Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Anne. Anne is from South Carolina in the USA. So let's see what Anne has to say. Enjoy the interview. So Anne, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you so much for taking the time for the interview today. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me, so how's your day been so far? What's the time right now?
It is 3:00 p.m. on the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time, United States.
Right. So tell me, where are you from, Anne?
I live in South Carolina in the upstate towards the mountains, but my dad was a colonel in the Air Force, so we moved a whole lot in my life.
I see. And what's the best part of living there, in your opinion?
Oh, have mercy. South Carolina is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. We get all 4 seasons. We get a beautiful spring, summer, fall, and winter. So we have the best of that, which is, I couldn't ask for anything better. It's beautiful here.
Amazing. And tell me, what do you do for a living?
Well, for the last 25 years, closer to 30, I was in radio as a broadcaster, news anchor.
Wow.
But about 8 months ago, I retired. So,
oh my God.
and I do whatever I want.
So tell me a little bit about your career as a podcaster.
It was really fascinating. I started out, I had moved to California because I wanted to study and be in the theater and play my game. And anyway, my father got sick. I was doing quite well in California. I'd gotten a scholarship to a big name school out there, and I'd gotten a few commercials and about 5 different little movie roles. But my dad got sick, so I came across the country to be close to my mom and dad, and I have no regrets. I was working as an actor for little kids shows, and doing a show at the mall, and someone came up to me and asked, would I be interested in reporting traffic on the radio, traffic conditions, and I was like, oh, heck yeah. So in radio, literally discovered in a mall.
Amazing.
Blast, and I did news. I was a news anchor for about.
Wow, amazing. And when do you think about your career, what do you miss the most about working in the radio?
Oh, I miss my friends. I miss the team. Some of us do still get together, but I also miss the people. Yeah, because we'd go out in the public and get to love on people, and that was a lot of fun. And so that's kind of gone, but it also started to kind of end when COVID hit. So, pull back anyway, and we weren't allowed to go out in the public, and things just so drastically changed. So that aspect of radio was kind of gone anyway, but I miss it.
And you say about your parents, do you have a big family? Do you have siblings as well?
I have 1 sister and 1 brother, and I had another sister who died about 3 years ago. And my parents, they were one.
Oh, and you always have the support of your family working the radio.
Yeah, absolutely. I think my mom was incredibly proud. Incredibly. My mom dated back in the 1930s and 40s, dated a big name radio guy, and my precious father, but I think she was always enamored with radio. So yeah, they loved it.
Amazing. Okay, so through the journey, through the interview, I'm going to explore more about your life, about your career, about your point of views. Okay?
Hey.
Are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and to share your point of views?
Absolutely.
Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have here friend, full of random fun questions, okay? I'm just gonna play a song now just for us to get a bit the mood before the first question, all right? Let's do it. Okay, and so just before we start the game, through the journey, if there is a question that you don't want to talk about for some reason, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay? Always can take another one, okay? First question for you is, what would be the title of your memoir?
It wasn't me.
Tell me why. I like it. Tell me why.
I try to fly below the radar and not get in trouble.
And it always happened for you, always that happened to you, always through your life?
Yeah, I'm a sweetheart, so people tend to point their fingers at me. My older brothers and sisters, they would always say, yeah, Miss Anne did it. She did it. What, man?
You are the oldest, the youngest, in the middle?
The one everybody picked on, the little baby, yeah.
Oh, spoiled as well?
Probably, yeah. By the time they got to me, my parents had 5 children. By the time all my brothers and sisters had done everything bad, so they kind of go, just, you know, she's gonna be okay. She'll land on her feet. Just let her do what she's gonna do. So yeah, maybe a little spoiled.
Oh, sweet. I love that. Next question. Let's do it. And for the next question, so tell a little bit about acting. You say that you're doing acting as well. How did everything started, and how when you look through your career, what was the most joy of it?
Oh, word. Well, I've always been the clown because I always wanted to try and make my mom and dad happy. So I was in college studying at the university here in South Carolina, and I graduated English literature, but I had a roommate in college who thought I was an absolute nut. And she's like, you got to go audition for the theater company, or you have to do it. And as soon as I did, I was completely bit by the bug. So I United States and Canada for a while with a theater company, and then I moved to California. But I think it was the support that I got from people, that I had an ability to make words come to life and make people feel. So that was what got me.
I see.
I
think it was genuine. I think it was genuine. It was in your blood, in your in your heart, in your you being, you know.
Yeah. And I tell you, sad as it is getting older, we're blessed to get older, but I get better the older I get, because more, experience, more pain and more joy. And so I'm not ever going to quit. I don't plan on being famous. That's not the point. It never was the point. I just wanted to make people laugh, or make people feel, or interpret words.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Next question for you is, tell me a negative thing that happened to you that came out as a positive thing in the end.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, I had to leave California because my father got ill, and it was right when my career was kind of peaking. I was getting a lot of work, but instead, this idiot, an Irish man named Anne Robards, who stole my heart.
Oh.
And 2 weeks later, he moved with me to be with my parents. And we've been married for almost 30 years.
That's sweet. Oh.
Thank you.
And he's from California or he's from South Carolina?
Ireland.
For Ireland. Oh, yes, for Ireland. Oh, my God.
An idiot. He spent Ireland and half his life in New Zealand. So his accent was, beautiful. But he's the most beautiful critter I've ever met. And we knew in 2 weeks and literally like 30 years ago. But yeah, I feel bad that I've taken him away from his family because they're still in Ireland. But I think they know that he's happy. So it's okay.
Absolutely. And I'm sure they are even happier that he's with you, for sure.
He's doing well.
Next question. Let's do it. Okay, as you say about Irish accent, as you've been living with a lovely Irish man, how is your Irish accent doing?
Well, it's weird, William, because I kind of morph because we moved so much. Like my sisters and brother were born in Germany, and I moved around the United States so much and I had to fit in wherever I went. Because you're a kid, you want to fit in. So I have a tendency to morph into the accent I'm around. So it's pretty darn good.
I was about to ask you to answer the next question. Your best Irish accent. Do you think you can do that? Or try? Let's see. Okay. Next question is, what do you think people need to know about each other before they get married? Good question.
Well, I would say, first off, that they need to know one another's weaknesses and their strengths. Oh, that was hard. Know one another's weaknesses. So you do not use the other person's weakness against them. But that's just, so, yeah, to know that's not an Irish accent, but to know someone's weakness and to, cradle, never use it again. That's the meanest in my opinion.
Do you believe, and that people, they meet each other in the right time? Do you think that's meant to be at this time, in your opinion?
Absolutely. But whether we recognize it or not is another thing. And also, we meet people that aren't necessarily going to be our life partners, but they got to teach us something. So I would say absolutely. Yeah. Everybody's on time.
Absolutely. Totally agree with you completely as well. Saying that, as your eyes are shining when you talk about your lovely husband, what's the biggest similarity between you and him, and what's the biggest difference?
Oh my word. Okay. Our similarity is our sense of humor. We live to laugh. We live to laugh. We sit back outside this house like I'm night, and we just crack up for about 3 hours. We just, make each other laugh. But the biggest difference, oh my word, he is a people, and I'm probably more of a loner.
I see. That's why it matches well.
Yeah, it works.
For sure. Next question. Let's do it. Okay, Anne from South Carolina. Next question for you is, what is the strangest gift or the funniest gift have you ever received?
Oh my gosh, you are so killing me. Hold on. Well, thank goodness you never gave me a vacuum cleaner for my birthday. Strangest or funniest? I can't. I don't know.
Or let's put the question a different way. Or one of the most special gifts that it touched your heart. I'm sure you have a lot, but something that when you think about, you go like, that was a great gift.
Okay. Well, then it's definitely a dog.
Really?
Because we had to, one of our animals had gotten very old and had to, be humanely put down. And anyway, we were walking around a flea market, and there's this grungy, ugly little dog. He probably weighed a pound and a half. Ugly. And I told Dan I was in love with it and I had to have it. And it stared at me from about 500 yards. So he let me get the dog to heal my heart. And that little bugger is amazing. So, yeah.
And what's the name of the dog's name?
Name is Blue.
Blue. Oh. You say about birthday. I was checking a bit your profile, and guess what? We shared almost the same day of our birthday. You are 19th of November, yeah?
17th.
I'm the 17th, very close. Scorpio.
Scorpios are amazing.
Yes, we have this personality of very intense, let's say, intense personality.
Have you ever dated a Scorpio?
My ex-boyfriend was a Scorpio. And guess what? One day after mine, 18th.
Oh, word. I dated Scorpios.
Really?
No way I marry him.
It's too much water together, I think. It's too much water together.
Scorpios are very in touch with the dark side. Like, we understand the ebb and flow of life. And yeah, it can be too intense.
Absolutely. It's something, and actually his name is Oscar, his name. And once I told him afterwards, like, now we are okay, it's been a while now. It's okay, it's over now. And once I told him, I said, look, even if I will forget you forever from my life, but there are just 2 times in a year that is impossible. I'm gonna remember you. The first one because your birthday, just one day after mine, so it's gonna be always in my head. And the second one because his name is Oscar. So every year we have the Oscars, yeah. So it's everywhere in the news, in the newspapers. So it's difficult for me to run away.
Well, I mean, I've watched enough of your YouTube channel to know that I'm sure they would want to be friends with you. So, yeah. My granddad was
what?
My grandfather was Oscar.
Oh, really? Yes, I mean, we are in good terms. We end up in good terms. I think we finished because we were so intense together. You know what I mean? It was too much together. Like, we couldn't leave each other, and we got suffocated because when we were too much together, and when we realized that was too late already. But anyway, I think everything counts, and there's always, as you say, about people, they leave message, they leave lessons, they leave positivity, they leave always something in your life that you're always going to be grateful for. So I think that's the best part.
Yeah.
What is the star sign of your husband?
He's a Sagittarius.
Ooh, they got the biggest heart. You know, Sagittarius, they got the biggest heart compared to the others.
It's true. It's so, and he's out there. He's a people person, and that heart. I'll tell you what. Yeah, but don't hurt it.
Yeah, I know. My second star sign is Sagittarius. So I'm Scorpio on Sagittarius. Yeah, interesting. Next question, then. Let's do it. Next question for you is, what is okay, let's see, because this question is very similar to the other one. Let's see. What's the biggest prize you ever won?
I mean, I want to say something corny like my father's heart, but a few years ago, I got Best Actor in the Southeast for Lady Capulet in Romeo and Juliet, and that was a big deal.
Oh my God, tell me a little bit about the experience, the journey, how you got there. Tell me a little bit about it.
It was a big deal. So we were doing a condensed version of Romeo and Juliet. So it was boiled down to 1 hour. And it was done in, it was set in Appalachia, which is north, real hard draw, y'all. Like they're doing Shakespeare like this, hard, yonder. It's messed up. But so anyway, it was with the Milltown Players and a guy named Will Ragland and directed by Christopher Rose. Anyway, we took it to the West End. And we just nailed it. We took it across the country, took it up north, and we made it all the way to nationals. But I was blessed to have been awarded Best Actor awards for Lady Capulet. And that was a big deal.
Wow. Congratulations. That's beautiful. Wow.
Fun.
Oh, amazing.
Nothing has to do with like money or fame, but to be recognized is always really, really, really nice.
Absolutely. That's the best part of any prize we win.
Boom.
For sure. Next question, Anne. Let's do it. Okay, Anne from South Carolina. Next question is, who is the most influential person in your life?
I always thought it would be my because I was such a daddy's girl, but probably my mother because she was hard and real and and I don't know, when life gets hard, I just think of my mom because she was brutally honest. And so I realized I've got to sometimes just suck it up.
Wow. And when you think of her, and I'm sure you have like a lot of great memories, but tell me one of the last memories or lessons that you always you got from her. You said, okay, I'm so grateful for this lesson because that come from my mom. There's something you could share?
Yeah, it's heavy though.
If you okay, talk about.
Yeah, sure. My mom was not religious at all. She grew up during the Depression, so she was dirt poor. She picked potatoes to take care of her parents. But anyway, when my mom was dying, in a coma for several days, and I was alone with her in her room, and she woke up long enough to look at me and go, "Thank heavens for little girls." And then she died again, like passed out coma. And then about 4 hours later, she opened her eyes. I mean, she's dying. And she just looked at me and said, "Miss Anne, I'm ready to go peacefully to Jesus." And then shut her eyes. She died a day and a half later. My mother talked about God. So it was whack. She was talking about people, see? They were coming for her in a good way.
Absolutely. Oh,
something happened, something happened, and I'll never forget it. It helped me.
For sure. And she's originally from South Carolina as well?
My mom and dad were straight off the boat, Norway and Sweden. So she grew up in Bogota.
Wow. That's why you have this beautiful face for Swedish. You got the Swedish face.
Tiny features. Oh, my mom was so pretty. Yeah. But she had the blue eyes and the blonde hair. So, yeah.
Wow. One of your siblings, they got blue eyes as well or not?
All of them except me. And then one sister had brown eyes. Yeah, they're all blonde.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm the, I don't know, maybe I'm the maid's child, who knows?
And your dad as well, he got like a blondish future, like blue eyes as well. Your dad, no?
My dad's dark, skin, dark hair, dark eyes, no body hair, just a beautiful specimen. My father was gorgeous, but no, completely different than my mom.
Amazing, very beautiful. Next question, then. Let's do it. Before the next question, as you're saying about your work in a radio as a podcaster, what was the most challenging part, in your opinion?
That's easy, but it's hard to say. I worked for a very, very, very conservative. So it was difficult because I am a very, very, very accepting person. So there were sometimes I felt like a fraud.
I see. And it was the place where you work, you always have this mentality. They were very conservative.
Yeah.
I see. For sure, it wasn't easy for you, for sure.
Especially the last 5 years.
I see. All right. Next question for you is, how do you make friends?
It's an overused word, but I'm a complete empath. And I can feel you. And if I don't feel you, it's not going to happen. I'm also really, like I said, we move so much. So it's hard. Mostly just, it's either hit or miss with me. I either know it or I don't. So
very, very Scorpio.
Yep. You can tell.
Yeah.
Well, I know it. If you're not, it's okay. But not today.
Very good. Understand you very well, for sure. Next question. Let's do it. Okay, Anne, next question for you is, tell us about your best vacation and why you consider that.
Oh. Okay, so when I got out of college, I worked in a bar. I was bartending, and yada yada. I got a job through that, working as a welder at a big corporation here. I made a bunch of money that summer, so I took that money and I went backpacking across Europe for 3 months.
Wow.
It was all by myself, and hostels, and I met all the people, and Berlin Wall came down. I took a night train to Berlin.
Wow.
I mean, a long time ago.
So which countries did you visit in Europe at the time?
I flew into Belgium, Brussels, and I went to, of course, Amsterdam and a couple other places in Holland. And that's when it came across the news that the Berlin Wall was coming down.
Wow.
On a night train. And I took a night train to Berlin, and 3 days there. And then I went to Dachau, which was hard, the concentration camps. And then Italy for my birthday, got serenaded by a bunch of boys in Venice, and went to Paris and came home.
Oh my God, that's beautiful. I'm sure that's those memories gonna always be in your heart for sure, forever.
Yeah, I need those. Yeah.
Oh my God. And you're saying we're in Berlin during that time when the the wall came down. Tell me a little bit what was, in your opinion, when you look back, how was the atmosphere around? How was the place when you were there?
Oh my gosh. So first I went to Checkpoint Charlie, and I didn't know you were going to ask this. This is great. Checkpoint Charlie And there was a woman, she was beautiful. Might have been my age, in her 50s. Back then, you know, she looked older. And she was just stepping from one foot to the other, just because it was cold. It was November. And she kept rotating one foot to the other. And to me, she was waiting for someone to come across. And her patience was insane. I watched her for many hours. But then it got more ruckus. So I went down the wall and people were just chopping away at the wall with little hatchets. And I got chucked a great big piece of wall by an old man who was literally hacking away at the wall with a hatchet. It was crazy. It was beautiful.
I'm sure. And what a moment in your life for you to be there in these historic moments. Oh my God, and you are so lucky.
Thanks.
Oh my God. So many people around the globe at that time would love to be there at this time, for sure. The world was celebrating. You know what I mean?
Wild. And that's why, you know, it was not a comfortable train ride. I had to sleep on the floor. It was about 12 hours to get from Amsterdam to Berlin. But word, what a life experience. And the most astonishing moment in my life, probably.
Wow. Oh my God, I'm so glad this question came along and you could talk about that. Oh my God.
That was cool.
Wow. Amazing. Wow. Good. Very good. Next question then. Let's do it. And before the next question, tell me a moment through your career, acting career, that was a moment when you said, okay, I was born to be an actress. There was a moment, special moment in your life, or you naturally it came along through your, through your life.
Oh, word. So in San Francisco, when I went out there, my dream was to study at a place called the American Conservatory Theater. But anyway, I needed a job. So I got a job working for, you have Wendy's, right? The hamburger place.
Right.
So I got a job working as the Wendy girl with a red wig with pigtails and handing out coupons downtown San Francisco. There's an hour, but I went after that job like it was an acting gig. I danced around downtown San Francisco, the financial market. My life depended on it. And after about 3 months, this man came down from his penthouse office on Market Street and asked if I wanted to be an actor. And he got me into the American Conservatory Theater, which was my dream. Me acting like
And until then, before, you never kind of crossed your mind of acting or not until this moment?
I don't know. I think I know you can't tell, but I'm really, really shy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just such a way to get people to, I don't know, the first show I ever did, I was given the female lead, and it was about the Vietnam War. It wasn't anything fluffy. It was big, and I could just feel everybody. And it's just a way to, I don't know, just helps people learn. And when you can feel everybody just quiet their whole mind to hear what you're saying that someone else wrote, because it's that important. It's incredible. It's incredible.
For sure.
I love to read.
Next question for you is, tell us about your first kiss and your first love.
Oh, my first kiss. I'm gonna call you out, Jonathan Gurr. It was in front of my elementary school. My dad was coming to pick me up. I was probably 11. And I kissed a boy behind a bush. And my dad caught us. So I got in trouble for that one. Harmless.
And that was your first love as well?
My first love. Honestly, my first love is probably my husband.
Wow.
Yeah. There are
Great.
other emotions, but real love, no.
Yeah. The others was just a preparation for you to get the real love.
Yeah. Yep.
For sure.
I don't want.
And I have 3 questions left for you, okay? Let's do it. Next question is, who was your first crush and why?
Probably a guy named Michael Schnabel, because he was very smart. He was good in school and he was cute and he played soccer, but he was really smart and he was kind of quiet, and I kind of liked that. I was probably 12.
Oh, 2 questions left for you, and let's do it. But before the next question, tell me, for you, for your personal life, through those 2 years that the world went upside down regarding the COVID crisis, yeah? For you, what's the biggest positive impact that brought to you, and also the most negative one, if you can share?
Most positive impact is that I honestly get to spend every day with my little family, my husband, my dogs, my cats, because we're still working at home. And it's been awesome. Some people hate it. I love it. Most negative, I don't know, probably the lack of touch. We're not allowed to be so, personal and hugging, and I miss that. And I especially miss it for like older people that I know. Yeah, I want to hug on old people, and I'm afraid to, because I don't want to expose anybody.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think most of us, we suffered with that as well, not be able to, to be around the dearest one, the one we loved it, give some support, comforting, hugs, all of that. We're not allowed. And that's not allowed because you're conscious that could be something bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially someone that's vulnerable.
Yeah.
That's who you need to hug. But
absolutely. Next question for you is, if you could live anywhere in the world, where that would be and why?
Oh, Lord have mercy. San Francisco, California. In a skinny, no offense, South Carolina, but San Francisco is the most beautiful city, in my opinion, on the planet. It's wide open. People think it's full of lunatics and craziness, but it is not. I mean, San Francisco is only it's 9 or 11 miles. It's small. So it's like a small town, and it's expensive, but like a lot of people I've met that live out there still say, sorry, it's expensive. You got to pay the admission fee to live here, because it is absolutely beautiful.
Wow. I had an interview yesterday with someone from San Francisco. Yeah, I had a few guests on the show from San Francisco, but yesterday I was doing interviews and I had someone from there, and he said the same thing as I said, William, I live in a place that I meant to be.
It's incredible. I hated leaving, but honestly, it is so expensive.
Yeah.
A trade-off, but that would be it for me.
Very good. Ready for the last question? Let's do it. Last question. But before the last question, people watch the interview. Would you like to start a career in acting? What would be your best piece of advice?
Well, you're not going to get famous. Do it because you love it. Do it because you have to. And honestly, that's it. You better have probably another source of income, but do it because you love it. Because otherwise, your heart will get broken. It's a life of rejection, and that's not fun for anybody. So definitely have another source of income. But if you love it, don't ever stop. Do community theater. Just play. That's why it's called plays. Just play. Go for it.
Amazing. Great. Next question is, oh, I love this question. Send away a message to someone, but you don't need to tell who this message is for.
I love you. I'm sorry. I forgive you. I will always, always forgive you, and I miss you.
Oh, amazing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game, okay? I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking, okay?
Okay.
So, I hope you are enjoying the interview. Before we do the word association game, don't forget to give a like, don't forget to share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Just click on the button right there. Thank you so much and enjoy the word association game. Family.
Dedication.
How about money?
Greed.
One word for love.
Faithfulness.
Life.
Journey.
Sex.
Pain.
Politics.
Idiots.
Religion.
Definitely faith.
Fear.
Anger.
Friendship.
Love.
Desire.
Unattainable.
Wow. Regrets.
Sorrow.
Success.
Future.
One word for wish.
Hope.
One word for happiness.
Joy. Joy.
One word for South Carolina.
Biscuits.
One word for San Francisco.
My heart.
See. USA.
Choices.
One word for radio podcaster.
Malleable.
Wow. And the last one now, acting. One word.
Interpretation.
Beautiful. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your lovely husband for a coffee, and I'm going to ask him, tell me the most beautiful thing about Anne, and tell me something that she still needs to improve on or to work on. What he would say?
He would say that I got a big old heart, big old heart. But he would also say that I need to learn how to protect it a little bit.
Mm.
Yeah, he's.
Okay, let's play now. Anne, in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Okay, Anne, you can ask me a question now.
I want to ask you several. Who outside your family has been the most influential in your life, and why?
Love the question. And I grew up, I'm originally from Brazil, and I grew up in the 80s watching a Brazilian entertainer called Xuxa. She was hosting a program daily, Monday to Friday, back in Brazil in the 80s, where she was this beautiful Barbie coming every morning on the Starship, where she was bringing a lot of music, a lot of cartoons, a lot of positive message, a lot of, things that I remember. I was literally like, the time when she was on TV, not just me, but the whole my generation, it was just about that. All of us, we were literally fascinated with this beautiful Barbie, bringing so many joys, to our, at the time as well, a lot of positive message. And actually, this show I'm doing right now, this Magic Box, I'm so grateful for that time period of my life, because I grew up listening to her saying, go after your dreams, never give up, always go after it, never. So all those positive messages that I bring to the show, I bring to my personal life, it's all connected with my childhood. And I'm so thankful to her for that period, because even though sometimes when my family or my parents, they were had some trouble, something, I knew that every morning I could forget that, and I could be on TV looking at this beautiful program where I forgot about my real life, and I was just focused there for like 4 hours a day. So I would say she is the most influential person in my life for thousands of reasons. But the main reason is I remember growing up, like imagine you grow up, listen to that, go after your dreams, never give up. So imagine the big impact that it brings to your life, knowing that you can go after, there's nothing that can stop you. So yeah, her name is Xuxa, XUXA. She's very popular in Brazil, always been, in South America as well. She went to the States for a short period, and yeah, in Spain, everyone knows her. So yeah, in the 80s, everyone's, and sometimes she's still doing shows, not for kids anymore, but she's still hosting programs. And people, when they go to her program, they say, "Today I don't smoke because of you. Today I got a lot of things in my life because I was watching you." And it's so beautiful to hear that, because I'm part of those people as well. Because so many things that I've learned, she was like she was once she said that she was literally raising the children in Brazil, and actually she was raising, because all of us, we are fascinated with this, and also the gay, I think all the gay community as well, because she was this beautiful Barbie. I think the gay would like to see this beautiful, ladies, girls, always very well dressed, and she was coming every morning with the starships, and everyone was just waiting for her to come with. So yes, I'm so grateful, and she's definitely the most influential person in my life, for sure.
I hope that she somehow hears this, because
And I have no doubt.
know what she's done. I know she knows, but when you hear it, that would be amazing if she one day hears this.
I'm sure she will. I have no doubt, Anne, and I'm sure she will. And she, I'm sure somehow the universe is gonna put things together. And yeah, but I'm talking to you now. I can see like a lot of pictures of her, because I have my computer here, a lot of her music. You know what I mean? And sometimes when I go to the gym, I still listen to those children music, and it just gives me such a good energy. It just brings me such to my childhood, and it's just amazing. I think all of us, we never. It should always be connected with our childhood, because you should always be a child. You should always have this child inside of your heart, because that's what makes life interesting and makes you being connect with people in different as well. So that's something that's always gonna warm my heart, for sure.
And I wish you so much luck, blessing in the world. You are so positive. You give people the chance to tell their little stories, and you look for the light in people, and it's really wonderful to watch. So congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much, and thank you so much. And I'm so glad we connected, and have no idea. I can't wait to tell my friends that I interviewed someone who was in Berlin in that beautiful moment, historic moment. I can't wait to tell everyone who I know. I've got goosebumps now saying that, because it's so powerful. And to see someone, talking about that, and just sharing your life, your dear you know, stories with your dad and with your mom, with your family overall, with your lovely husband for Ireland. I think it's amazing. We meant to have this moment together, for sure. We meant to have this moment.
My best friend that you interviewed, Michael from Atlanta, when you
Yeah,
come to lasagna, you better invite me.
for sure. And did you have a good time? Did you enjoy the interview?
I love you. It's all about you're just great to thank you. Yes.
Thank you so much. Thanks for taking your time for the interview. But before you go, if you can share a positive message or a positive quote, something that inspires you in life.
Well, it would definitely have to be, and again, it's not lighthearted, but it helps. My dad would always tell all of us that it's okay to look back, but just don't stare.
I like that.
Really important. If you need to revisit something that maybe you did, something someone did, perceived to you, it's okay to look back. Don't stare at it. Move on.
Amazing. Beautiful. And thank you so much for the interview. Regards to your lovely family, to your husband, and you keep in touch, okay? Thank you so much, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye-bye. See you next time.